Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I feel like we have a lot to catch up on. I am currently just doing my morning makeup and I thought that we could have a little bit of a catch up whilst I get myself ready, because do I have some things to update you on? My goodness, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but on Monday was when I was last filming and I left you on a little bit of a cliffhanger telling you I was going to pick back up with you tomorrow morning, and I had all intents and purposes of doing that. I was going to unbox the bag, we were going to have a bit of a chat, and then I got hit with the worst cold I think I have ever had. Maybe not the worst, but at least the worst for a long time. So on Monday I was noticing that I was sneezing quite a lot and I had like a little bit of a tickly throat. I didn't really think all too much about it. I just thought, in all honesty, I thought it was hay fever, because it was a sunny day and it was like one of the few non-rainy days, so I thought maybe the pollen is like coming out, so didn't really think much of it. And then come Monday evening, I think I signed off around 7 o'clock. Hour by hour, I literally just felt myself like deteriorating, getting worse, sneezing more, getting a bit more sniffly, and I was like, oh no. And the realization hit that I had picked up a cold. Basically, we'd spent the weekend with my family and my little brother had quite a bad cold, and even though we all like really kept our distance from him, it seems that Alex and I were the only two that picked up the cold, and I think it's mainly just due to the fact that me and Alex have both been quite stressed out at the moment and we've got a lot going on. And I think, you know what it's like, stress, weakened immune system, like lower kind of defenses from your body. So we were the only two that ended up picking up the cold from him, which we were like so annoyed about. So yeah, I've literally spent the last week pretty much, today's actually Friday, and I've spent the last 3 days comatose on the sofa. I've literally been a vegetable. I didn't even wear my watch because I didn't want to know how little movement I was getting, and I knew that it would just remind me every hour, you need to stand, you need to move, you need to walk, and I was like, I don't need to know that right now. That is not something that I need to know. And I'm not gonna lie, I've absolutely hated it. I really do not like being ill. I'm not the kind of person that likes binge watching. I'm not the kind of person that likes, you know, sofa days. Like, I absolutely hate it. I hate even staying in my pajamas. I have to at least get dressed, even if it's getting dressed into comfies. And there's like a family saying in my family, I had a cousin who was quite ill for a while and she was always such a trooper, and the thing she would always say is, you always feel better after a shower. So I always like have that in my head. So every morning I was getting up, I was at least having like a body shower. Obviously I wasn't washing my hair, but I was having a body shower. You know, I was trying to get myself somewhat, you know, ready for the day, just so that I didn't feel all too, you know, horrendous. But literally 3 days straight on the sofa. I finally binged watched Bridgerton. Watched the entire series. I think before that I got up to like episode 3, so I binge watched the rest of it. We've watched so many Disney films. I introduced Alex to Encanto. So yeah, it's basically been 3 days on the sofa, and today's the first day that I'm starting to feel like semi-normal. I feel like I feel better than I sound. I think I still sound fairly bad. Everyone I keep speaking to, I'm like, I feel alright now, and they're like, do you though? Because you don't sound alright. And I'm like, no, but I genuinely do feel alright. So yeah, so I didn't back up with you the next day. I've still got the bag to unbox. I haven't even opened it yet. Honestly, I've just been lying on the sofa. The flat is a bit of a tip, in all honesty, because we haven't really been able to we just haven't had like the mental capacity to like clean and tidy and properly do things. So I have so many things that have just been like piling up that I need to go through with you guys. But today is a rather exciting day. It's a day I've been waiting for a really long time. I've decided I'm not going to put any eyeliner on today. I think I'm going to keep my makeup like really basic and minimal, so I'm just going to put mascara straight on. But yeah, today is a very exciting day because I am finally going to get my hair cut. And you guys know how long I have waited for this. I was supposed to get it cut before Paris, which was all the way back in March. Yeah. Did we go to Paris? Yeah, March. It was all the way back in March. I was supposed to go before that. And then, yeah, it was like mid-March I think we went. And then I had to cancel that. And then I was supposed to go, God, I feel like the more I'm talking, the more my voice is going. So yeah, I was supposed to get my hair cut like mid-March. but I had to cancel that appointment, and then we'd rescheduled to kind of just after Paris, and then my hairdresser ended up having to cancel, and so we finally managed to reschedule to today, which I was honestly, when I felt ill, I was like, I better be better by Friday, because if I have to cancel another hair appointment, I don't even know what's gonna happen, but so yeah, I am so excited to be going to get my hair done. I literally feel like this is the first time that I've like worn makeup, that I've got myself ready properly, and it feels so nice. I really did not enjoy those days just on the sofa, slugging out, being ill. I feel like I'm finally coming through the other side, and I'm like determined, like this is it. I'm better, I'm fine. I know that my voice doesn't quite sound normal, but yeah, so I haven't like properly really styled my hair today because I figured there's not really much point, but I can't believe how long it's gotten. I know for some people this isn't that long, but for me, oh my god, this is probably the longest my hair has been in such a long time. I also feel like, does anyone else's skin just go so weird when they're ill? Like, I feel like it's a big mixture of the fact that obviously you're not washing your face as like regularly, you're not, you know, doing all your like cleansers and routines and stuff like that. Like, you're literally just, you're lucky if you give your face a quick splash of water in the morning. And also I think it's the fact that because I've been like taking a lot of vitamin C, and I always find that vitamin C breaks me out, so I feel like I've got a bit of a breakout happening over here. My nose is really red, it's all really like, it's not cute at the moment, but I'm excited to be able to go and get this mop sorted. So yeah, just thought I would give you a little bit of an update as to where I've been this last week, and in case you're wondering why my voice sounds so different, I feel like it's starting to sound normal again. I literally have sounded like I've been doing a Batman impression for the last week. It's so funny, and honestly I can't believe how much this cold has just like affected my brain. I feel like my brain doesn't normally get affected that much by colds, but this week my brain has just not been working. I was having a conversation with Alex at one point, and it was so funny because we were both ill. We actually realised this is the first time in our lives, or since we've been together, like the almost 6 years we've been together, that we were both ill at the same time. I don't know, I feel like in couples normally one of you gets ill, and then by the time you start getting better the other one gets ill. This was the first time we were both ill the exact same time, and so we were both just on the sofa together, just slugging out, and yet there was one point we were having a conversation and he literally just looked at me and he was like, do you know what you're saying? And I genuinely was like, no, I couldn't tell you what I just said for like the last 5 minutes. He was like, yeah, you're making no sense. So yeah, it's been a hell of a week. It's so nice to finally start feeling a little bit better, get some makeup on. I'm gonna get myself dressed in a minute and have a semi-normal hair day. I feel like it's gonna be so nice having a bit of a hair pamper today. I cannot wait for that. Okay. So I've just gone for a super minimal outfit of the day, because I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to my hair, when I have a cut and colour, I'm usually in the hot seat for about 4 hours, and I just want to be comfortable today, especially considering that I've not been feeling that well. So I've literally just got on like a stupor, just a little stretchy ribbed top and some stretchy ribbed trousers as well. It's the first day I'm wearing my watch as well, and I feel like it missed me because it's catching me up on all the notifications from like the past 3 days, but I thought I could show you like just a little bit of a before with my hair, because I feel like especially with it straight you can really start to see how long it's gotten. And I just want to say thank you to so many of you who have, like, when I've been commenting on my hair and stuff, a lot of you have been like, oh, I think it really suits you, like that length looks really lovely, and I really do appreciate that. But I think it's one of those things where when you just know yourself what suits you and also what feels more you. Like, I definitely think the shorter hair feels more me now, and even though I think it looks okay, like on camera it doesn't look it, it's really damaged at the ends, and I'm getting to a point where I'm like, even if I wanted to keep it long, it would need at least 2 inches off, because the ends are just feeling awful. It's starting to feel really like dry, and I'm really doing my best to kind of keep it at a good maintenance, but it's getting harder and harder the longer it gets. And I also find that the longer it gets, like, I have really heavy hair. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's not necessarily thick, I just have a lot of it, and I find the longer it gets, the heavier it gets, and it just starts to not hold the curl, which means I have to hairspray it more, which means more damage, means I have to curl it more often, which means more damage, and it just kind of gets to a point where it's just like, I'm not doing my hair any good. So I do find that cutting it and having it that shorter length is just so much better for me. So you can literally see when I turn around just how long it has gotten now. Like, honestly, in January we cut it back to shoulder length, so I feel like it's got into a really, really long point. And in terms of colour, one thing I love about my hairdresser, I actually go all the way down to Southampton to get my hair cut, which might seem a little bit excessive, but I feel like once you like hit the nail on the head with your hairdresser, especially with a cut and colorist, you don't ever want to change your hairdresser. And I've been going to the same hairdresser since I was about 16, maybe even younger actually, because he did do my prom hair. And he just hits the nail on the head. He knows me so well. He's really like, I will literally sit there and he'll be like, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't know. And he can just kind of read my mind. So I absolutely love my hairdresser. I go to the End in Southampton, which is in Bedford Place, just in case anyone is around the Hampshire area and looking for a new hairdresser. I go to Matthew at the End, and he is just an absolute babe. So yeah, really, really love that, because he's so patient with me, and he'll always give me like extra time just in case we need to like chat through it, have a bit of a discussion, and he'll always give me his opinion and just make sure my hair is looking the best that it could possibly look. So I go all the way down to Southampton, and one thing I love that he does is like, we have like a kind of balayage type thing, and I think what they call it is when they smudge the roots, so it's so subtle when my hair grows out. I haven't had it coloured since, my goodness, when did I get it coloured? I think it was like just before Christmas, maybe it was like early November time. I've not had it coloured in a really, really long time, basically, and I don't think you would know. Like, I think the growth is really, really great. It's not until I kind of start flicking it out, and actually it was, I'll put the photo on the screen, it wasn't until I saw this particular photo that I was like, oh wow, okay, you can see the regrowth there. But other than that, I feel like especially from the front, it's really not that obvious. I really like it, but I'm really excited to be going a little bit lighter. We're going to be going a little bit blonder, so I'm going to be going back to a blondie, shorty hair. I can't wait to have my bob back, because like when I straighten it like this, it just doesn't look like a bob, and I can't wait to have a bit more of a bob back. I'm so excited. So got myself dressed, got myself ready, so it's now time to head down to Southampton and head to go get my hair cut. So I'm so excited to say goodbye to the long hair. When you see me next, I'm gonna be looking very different.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
Well, I think it's safe to say that she is back. PetiteElliee is back, and I could not be happier right now. Look at this length, look at the volume, look at this colour. Oh my god, I literally feel like this has been a transformation with my hair. I feel like, I don't think I realised quite how long it had gotten until we chopped it all off, and I just feel so much more me again. I am so happy. I feel so much lighter and brighter, and I feel like it's one of those things where hair is like so underrated sometimes, just how much it can transform your life. Like, I know that is so dramatic, but I feel like when you're not enjoying your hair, you're not liking it, it's not feeling you, it really does affect so much of your like confidence, so much of how you feel. And also, can we just say that this has transformed my morning routines. It literally took me 15 minutes to curl my hair this morning, which was so nice, because normally it takes me a good half an hour, but oh, I'm just so happy right now. So it's a couple of days since I last saw you. It's actually Monday morning now. I wanted to give it a couple of days just because I find with my hair, I'm gonna sit down actually, I find with my hair that I usually need a few days just to kind of settle into it, and I don't know if anyone else finds that, especially with cut and a colour. It just takes me a little bit of like settling in, just a little bit of settle in time. So I wanted to give it a couple of days. Had a really wholesome weekend, went walking, enjoyed the sunshine. It was really, really nice, and I feel like I'm finally back to like full health. I think my voice still sounds slightly off, like it doesn't quite sound like it's gone back to normal, and I still am a little bit, I can feel the dregs of the cold basically. It's still trying to linger on there, but I am fighting it with everything that I've got. Do you know what's really unfair actually? Alex literally got over the cold within like 3 days, and it's been a week for me, and I'm still trying to fight it off. But I'm doing everything that I can to fight it off. I feel like last week really was my body's way of telling me, you need to just stop for a minute, like you need to relax. We've had quite a lot going on at the moment in terms of like some personal stuff, some like life updates, some work stuff, and I feel like I've just been go, 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 and I've not given myself any time to breathe. And I feel like last week was my body's way of forcing me to just breathe. Like literally 3 straight days on the sofa is not something I ever do. So it just goes to show how unwell I was. Like there was a couple of times actually where I was trying to work, and I sent a couple of messages to my manager, and she was like, Hans, this does not make sense, go back to bed. And I was like, okay, I'm really sorry. So yeah, it was quite a week, but I feel like I'm finally coming around the other side, and I definitely am just so happy with how my hair has turned out. So I always get loads of questions about what exactly I get done with my hair, so I asked Matthew exactly what we do so I can tell you, so that if you want to take it to your hairdresser you can. So basically we go for, I always ask, like obviously it always goes a little bit shorter when I curl it, but I basically ask for like just below my shoulders, like basically hitting my collarbone. I think that's kind of like the most flattering length on me, and then it grows out quite nicely. And we just go for a block cut. We don't do any layering other than around the front. We just do a little bit of layering around the face just to kind of soften it, because otherwise I find that, like especially this curl here, it's just nice and it's a little bit softer and a little bit more kind of framed around my face. So that's all we do in terms of cut. And then colour, basically we only actually go for one colour now. In the past I used to sometimes do bleach, I'd sometimes change it up, I'd sometimes do different colours. We now only go for one colour because I just think it's a lot more natural. It suits me a lot better. I definitely think a warm blonde is what suits me best. I don't think I'm really a cool blonde kind of a girl. I'm not an ashy blonde kind of a girl. It just washes me out and doesn't flatter my skin tone. I think to pull off an ashy blonde you have to be really warm with your skin colour, and my skin colour is not warm enough. So we just go for this like really nice caramelly kind of blonde, like a honey tone blonde, which I really like. And basically what my hairdresser does is he alternates whenever he does the kind of like when he goes through it. So one layer he'll do like a really thick highlight, and then the next one he'll do a really thin one, and then it just means that especially when you curl it you get this gorgeous like dimension to your hair. Like you can really see the different colours poking through, and there's only 2 colours in there, my natural colour and the highlight colour. We always go for basically a smudged root and a balayage, and then it means that it grows out really nicely. As I said, I literally haven't got it cut in like 6 months, and barely anyone could tell that I had my roots showing. So I feel like that's a really nice way to make sure that you don't have to get it topped up too often. You don't have to spend too much money on it. It's just a nice way for your hair to grow out really naturally. So yeah, it's just like a balayage throughout. So we go lighter at the bottom and then smudge it at the roots. So yeah, this is the colour. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. To show you what it looks like in the mirror, I feel like I barely ever use this mirror in our bedroom, but this is what it looks like. I'm currently wearing it with my gorgeous caramel and open back dress. I love how this dress looks. I did deliberately wear it because I knew I wanted to show off my hair today. Love it. I'll link this dress down below if you wanted to shop it, but I love how the hair has turned out. I feel like it's such a lovely shorter length. I feel like as a shorter girl it can be really easy for me to feel quite overwhelmed by my hair. Like as soon as it starts to get a little bit longer, overwhelms me a bit more. It's like quite unmanageable. I feel like it just takes over too much of my shorter frame, and I feel like having a shorter length is so much more mature, so much more me. It just flatters me a lot more. So I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, a little bit of a hair transformation today. I'm so happy, and I just want you guys to take this as your sign. If you've been contemplating getting your hair cut, if you've been thinking about it for summer, I think it's so perfect for summer because it's like a little bit easier maintenance for me personally. I find that it doesn't overwhelm me as much. It's not as hot because obviously there's not as much of it, and I just think it's so much more flattering. So take this as your sign. If you've been thinking about getting your hair cut, go get it done. This is your sign to get it cut. Okay, so I feel like it is finally time for us to do the unboxing that I have been promising for so long, and I feel like we just need to appreciate the restraint that I have had by not opening this yet. It's literally just been sitting waiting for me, just staring at me, and I've been wanting to unbox it for so long, but I wanted to wait and unbox it with you guys, and I definitely did not want to unbox it when I was not feeling well. So I have a new bag to show, and I feel like this bag, I feel like I probably shouldn't speak too soon, but I want to make a bit of a bold statement. I feel like this bag is going to complete my bag collection for now, for the time being. But I feel like there's been a big gap in my bag collection for a little while now. I feel like this is going to fill that gap, be the perfect addition, and is going to basically help me feel like my bag collection is at a really, really good point, and for now complete. I feel like I've ticked all of the boxes that I want to tick. So let's get into this. Look how cute this is packaged. I literally can't get over this. Now this is actually a really super kind gift from Forward. Now you guys will know I've worked with Forward in the past. My little YSL Cassandra was from there, and they so kindly asked me if I needed a new bag for summer. And this is a bag that I've had my eye on for a while. I feel like there's been two bags I've been like toying between, and I basically I fell in love with this and I couldn't not pick this one up. So let's open this baby together. You guys know I've got a little bit of a love relationship with Chloe. One of my most worn bags in my wardrobe, the Chloe C, which they have actually discontinued, which is so sad. I really love that. But this is a bag that I feel like the branding is a lot more subtle, and I feel like this is a bag that's going to be really timeless in my wardrobe, and I think it's going to go really nicely with my Chloe slides. She's so cute. Guys, look at her. Oh my word, I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love with her, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm the worst YouTuber in the world. I can't even remember what the name of this bag is, so I will leave it linked down below if you want to go and check it out. But it's a new style that Chloe have started doing, and I think it's a really nice one because I feel like it's a lot more subtle than some of their other branding. Like, all you've got in terms of the branding is just a little Chloe here. So I think this is a really nice one for, like, if you don't want a bag that's too ostentatious. Like, I do understand that a lot of the monogramming, a lot of the branding on some bags can be a bit much. If you want a bag that's maybe a little bit more subtle, I think this is the bag for you. I'm so glad I'm getting my smell back because it smells amazing. I love the smell of a new handbag. It's just my favourite thing. So it's this really gorgeous, really dark brown colour, and that's a colour that I've been speaking about a lot, that it's been really missing from my bag collection. Just a really nice like brown that I can wear in summer. I can style it with different like tans, different shoes, things like that, and it's been a colour that I really wanted to add into my wardrobe. I feel like brown paired with white dresses is just my favourite thing for summer, my absolute favourite. And this bag, of course, ticks all of my boxes. You guys know I have a very specific criteria. It has a top handle, and it also has a crossbody. This crossbody is a little bit different. It's actually attached at the back, which I'm interested to see how that's going to kind of play out. But I think it's a really perfect size. This kind of size for me is just so perfect. I know that bigger bags have been quite in this summer, but I think I have gone to a few like shops. I've gone to Selfridges. I've tried on a few different bags that are like maybe a little bit bigger. I think because I'm such a small person, they just swamp me, and I know I talk about that a lot. Like, my hair swamps me, bags swamped me, but it really does. And I think until you see someone in person, you don't understand. Like, I had a lot of comments in the past from people with like my mulberry or like things like that, like my little YSL Cassandra, and they've ordered it and they've not realised how small it is until they arrive. And it's just because I'm such a small person that bags always look bigger on me. So I think these kind of mini styles are just perfect. This is like the perfect size that's going to be able to fit in. It's actually like very roomy in there. You're definitely going to be able to fit in phone, wallet, keys, maybe some lipstick, like card holder, my vlogging camera. I'm definitely going to be able to fit all of my essentials in there. One thing I do find with Chloe is that their bags are quite heavy. This, I wouldn't say is the lightest in the world. Let me compare it to my mulberry. I'd say it's about the same weight as my mulberry, and my mulberry is probably one of my mid heaviness bags, if that makes sense. But I find that this bag is fine for all day, so I think this is going to be the exact same. I'd say in terms of Chloe bags, this is a lighter bag, like my Chloe C, because it's got so much hardware, so much metal on it. It's a really heavy one, but I think this bag is going to be a perfect one for like day-to-day use, everyday kind of summer handbag. Oh my goodness, I'm just in love with her. Now, after unboxing my new baby and talking all things designer, I feel like this is a really good opportunity to have a little bit of a chat about a brand that I'm so excited to say is going to be sponsoring this little part of the video, and that is Wevat. Now, Wevat are a company that basically help you save money, which, especially when it comes to big designer purchases, is just amazing. They operate primarily in France, and it's a brand that I wish me and Charlotte had known about before we went to Paris. And I feel like I wanted to chat to you guys about it now because I know a lot of you have got trips planned to France, to Paris, whether you're going to the French coast or whether you're going to the capital. I feel like loads of you guys have got trips planned. So many of you have been DMing me, so many of you have been telling me about what you've got coming up, and I wanted to tell you guys about it so that you can get the discount that me and Charlotte didn't manage to get when we went. So you would have seen that Charlotte and I had a lot of fun having a little shopping spree in Celine, and honestly I wish I had known about this before we went, because Wevat actually refunds nearly 13.4% of your purchase, which is just insane. So if you were to spend 500 euros, you would get 67 euros back, which was literally the cost of our Eurostar ticket. And I just think that's such an amazing saving. You could buy yourself dinner, you could treat yourself to something else whilst you're out there. I feel like that's such an amazing saving. And to be completely honest, whenever like I see people talking about tax refunds, I always just kind of thought of them as like so much paperwork, so much work, really complicated. But with Wevat, it's so not complicated. It's literally all done just within the app, and you receive your money just a few days after your departure, which is absolutely amazing. So literally all you need to do is make sure that you spend 100 euros in total, which is so easy to do when you're on a little girly shopping spree. I feel like, especially when you've got the girls with you encouraging you, that's a really easy number to hit. So what I will do, so I will leave down below the 5 step-by-step guide for exactly how to do it, how to use it. It's so super straightforward. One thing I will just say is make sure that you download the app before you go, just so that you've got everything in one place, you've got it all set up, and so that you are ready to get spenny. Also, a top tip, when asking for the invoice at the store, you ask for a fracture, which is what the French refer to. It's what they will understand, so just make sure you ask for a fracture. So it's all explained in the app, so make sure to go and check the description down below for the link. Now, speaking to Wevat, there are some shops that sometimes might have issues, but it is actually a legal obligation in France to be able to provide you a tax back, and there are so many stores that will definitely be able to give you one, like Sephora, Le Bon Marché, pharmacies, even like wine shops. There are so many places. So all of the info that you need will be linked down below. Make sure to go and check out the description box if you need to know anything else. Yeah, I know so many of you have got trips planned to Paris and around the rest of France, so I really wanted to let you guys know about this, because honestly I wish Charlotte and I had known about it before we did our little spenny shopping trip in Slinks, so it could have saved us a lot of pennies. So make sure to tag me in your purchases, let me know what you're planning on treating yourself to, and I hope this has been really helpful for you guys and giving you a little bit more info about how you can claim that tax back. So thank you so much to Wevat for sponsoring this part of the video. We love it when we can get spenny. Just look how adorable she is. Oh, she goes so well with this dress as well. I feel like there are going to be so many things in my wardrobe that are just going to go so beautifully. I can't wait to style her up with all the pretty white summer dresses. My Chloe slides I think is going to look so beautiful. I really love the colour as well. I thought I was convinced on like a really tan shade, but I actually like this like darker brown. I think it might be a little bit more versatile. Of course you can take off the crossbody strap as well if you want, but oh, I'm just so in love with how she looks. She's just adorable. And the new baby in her new home. Oh, she's just the cutest. Honestly, looking at my bag collection now, I'm like, this really is just perfect right now. I'm so happy with it. I feel like this colour really was missing from my collection. I've got lots of obviously blacks, I've got my lighter tones, but I was missing a really gorgeous brown. So I'm so happy with how she looks. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Something so different for Chloe. I absolutely love this style, so I'll link it down below. Make sure to go and check out Forward's other bags that they have on their collection. They've got loads of different designers. Obviously they've got Chloe, YSL, they have so many different ones, so make sure to go and check them out for your new little bag purchases. But oh, I'm just so in love with her. Okay, it's a little while later now, and I have just had a really exciting new delivery arrive. I just want to apologise if the light keeps changing. It's one of those fairly blusterous but like cloudy, sunny days today, so I feel like the sun is just like dipping in and out at the moment. So if the light keeps changing, then I do apologise. I've just spotted how the Chloe looks there. Oh, isn't she beautiful? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So, had a new delivery arrive from one of my favourite brands, Monica Vinader. You guys know how much I adore Monica Vinader, and what's really exciting is, you guys will know I've had a discount code with them for a little while now. So many of you guys have used that code. I can obviously see the kind of like back end of it, and I'm so happy so many of you guys are able to treat yourself, loved ones, mums, sisters, brothers, dads. So many of you have messaged me to say that you've been using it. and tagging me in what you've bought, and I just love that. And I'm here to let you know my discount code is being extended. So normally it's 20%, but over the Easter period, Monica Vinader are giving you guys 25% off, which is such an amazing discount. Literally a quarter off the retail price, which is just huge. So what I will do is I will leave the discount down below, because the discount code is actually changed. It is Easter 25 F033, but I will leave it down below. If you go through the link, it will automatically apply, and it will make your life a lot easier. So make sure to go through the link down below and get yourself a huge 25% off. Now the discount code ends on Monday the 18th, so you don't have all too long to use it. It's basically just valid over the Easter long weekend, which also, speaking of the Easter long weekend, guys, have you seen the weather forecast? Spring is gonna be back. Spring is gonna be back for Easter. It's gonna be sunny. It's gonna be about 20 degrees. I am so happy and so ready to just enjoy the Easter weekend of spring. It's just the spring weekend. I'm so excited. But I wanted to show you what I picked up from Monica Vinader, because basically you might notice I'm really enjoying just like layering up my jewellery at the moment and changing it up a little bit. I do feel like last year I was so samey with my jewellery. I literally didn't change it from day to day. I got really kind of like comfortable with what I was wearing and like just stuck to what I know basically. But I've been really loving switching it up, adding a little bit more to my everyday jewellery collection, and just getting a little bit more fun with my jewellery. I've been changing up my necklace, I've been changing up my earrings, but the thing that I wanted to kind of focus on is rings. I feel like my rings are a little bit samey, and I kind of have been sticking to the same thing, so I've been wanting to change that up a little bit. I obviously have like different bracelets that I wear. Can't really see it with that. Did not wear the best outfit to show you, but my bracelets I change up a lot, but my rings I don't. So I've ordered a few new rings to basically add to my stack, switch things up a little bit. I can sometimes wear all of them, I can sometimes wear some of them, I can change it up day to day, and I think it's going to be really fun. So I thought I would show you what I picked up, and I love the Monica Vinader packaging. I always go for the simple packaging. I don't actually pay for like the extra, you know, fancy gift wrap, but it's still just so nice. I never want to get rid of these boxes, I'm not gonna lie. I actually have so many of these boxes like piled up because I never want to get rid of them. So the first ring to show you I am so excited about is this absolutely gorgeous layered, kind of looks like lots of rings in one gold beauty. I am so in love with this. I've actually been eyeing this up on Monica Vinader for a little while now, and I'm so glad to have got it. And what I was kind of planning was basically if I put my halo ring from Pandora on this hand, and I was planning on having it on this one. Oh my god, that looks so pretty. I am so in love with that. Now in terms of sizing, I'm kind of between sizes, which is a little bit annoying on this finger. So I decided to go up because I feel like it's better for it to be a tiny bit loose than a tiny bit too tight. I'm not really someone that like worries about losing them, because I do find that my fingers like swell and then go down, like especially if I'm in London, I'm running about, I'm getting a bit hot, they usually swell up a bit, and in summer my hand's gonna be bigger. So I think I got this in an O. No, I got this in an S. Was it an S I got this in? Must have been. Got this one in an S, and it fits really, really nicely. I'm so in love with that. I'm quite cold at the moment, so my fingers are a little bit smaller, so I feel like it's gonna fit perfectly once my fingers swell a little bit. It could probably also go on my thumb actually, if I wanted to, but I definitely like it on this first finger. I think that looks so lovely. I really love them paired with these ones. These are also Monica Vinader here. I'll link all of them down below. If you want to shop any of my ring stack, you can do it, and you can get 25% off. Okay, the next one that I picked up, you are not going to believe how dainty this is. Look at that. That is the tiniest ring I think I've ever seen in my life. It feels so thin and so precious. Oh, she's absolutely gorgeous though. Look at that. It's just so small and dainty and tiny. Oh, I absolutely love her. So I can wear her on my middle finger. I could wear it if I wanted something a little bit simpler on my first finger as well. I really love it when you do a ring finger and a first finger kind of stack. I think it looks really nice. I could also actually, ooh, I could layer these two up together. that looks quite nice as well, and that's quite a nice way to hold. I think I got a smaller size in this one. It's definitely going to be too tiny for me to see, but I will leave down below exactly what size I picked up in this. I think I got the smaller size. I think I got this one in a Q because I wanted to be able to do both the middle and the first finger, but I love how that looks. Okay, another super dainty one. This is actually a new one that they've started doing. It's this really gorgeous, super dainty little pearl. They do this in silver and in gold, but I kind of liked the silver. I feel like I'm wanting to not have just one block metal colour on my hands. I'm wanting to do a little bit of a mixture, and I thought those two paired together, how gorgeous does that look? Oh, it's so pretty. It's super, super dainty. I love the little kind of like blue pearl that it's got, and it just adds a little bit of something extra. And if you don't want to have the pearl actually, you can always just twist it around and have it as a plain band as well, which I think is really, really nice. But I love those two layered together. I think that's beautiful. And then lastly, I actually picked up the same band but just in the plain silver. My idea behind this was basically to add it to this stack because, as I said, I'm wanting to kind of mix up the gold and silver a little bit more, so I was thinking I could just add it to those two, and that looks so cute. Look at that, just that tiny little bit of silver poking through. I think looks really, really nice. Just kind of changes up the stack a little bit, changes up the vibe of it, and just really kind of highlights the whole mixing metals, which I really love to do. So we've got lots of new rings to add to the collection, so I'll link all of them down below if you want to shop any of them. They will all be linked down below, and you can get 25% off with my code with Monica Vinder. So I'm so grateful to them to be able to offer you guys this code. I think that's such an amazing saving and not something that they do all that often. So make sure to make the most of this. 25% is almost unheard of with Monica Vinder. So snatch up the pieces that you want to get, tag me what you're going to pick up, and let me know what you've got your eye on. Okay, definitely happy with how the stack looks. I'm thinking I'm going to be keeping my rings like this for at least the rest of the day, and then it just means that in future I can get a little bit more creative. I can switch it up a little bit more and just have fun. But I've come up here because I have been doing a little bit of shopping, and I feel like there's something I've really realised recently with regards to like my wardrobe and with regards to just what makes me happy in terms of styling, and that is dresses. I know that we recently reorganised my kind of like dress wardrobe, and I know I have so many, but I really do feel like dresses are what makes me so, so happy in spring, summer. They're the things that I reach for every single day. They're the things I feel most comfortable in, most confident in, and so I'm going to be adding a few more into my wardrobe. I've actually been doing a little bit of shopping on Missguided, and you guys all know one thing I really, really take pride in is just like the mixture of price points that I always love to have in my wardrobe. And I feel like Missguided is such an affordable one, but they have some really, really high quality pieces in there, and I feel like you can find some absolute gems on their website, and I feel like I have found a few gems today. So I thought I would show you what I picked up. We can try them on, style them up a little bit, and I can show you what dresses I'm adding into my wardrobe for spring. First up, I'm absolutely in love with this gorgeous paisley blue and white floral number. This is just absolutely stunning. It's this maxi frilly bit OTT dress, and this is just so me when it comes to spring, summer. I absolutely adore this. I feel like this is the perfect kind of thing for so many different occasions, like garden parties, barbecues with friends, anything that's maybe not a wedding, because it does have a lot of white running through it. You may have already seen this on my Instagram. I've already actually shot this. I have not yet taken off the label, but I have already shot this, and I just love how the photos turned out. I feel like this is just so, so me. It's very feminine, very floaty, very floral, everything that I stand for in spring, summer, in a dress, and I absolutely love that. How stunning is this dress? It's just absolutely gorgeous. Now I've just styled it up with some little heeled espadrilles because it's a little bit long on me, but with just a little pair of heels it fits perfectly. Like, it just hits the ground and it's just so stunning. Let me know if you think this is the kind of dress that you could wear to a wedding. I don't know if it's too white, and maybe if it was like a mini you could get away with it, but I feel like because it's a white maxi it's maybe just a little bit too white. But let me know your thoughts. But I just think paired with like some little gorgeous creamy tones is so, so stunning, and I love the way that it really accentuates the jewellery. It's like a little bit booby but not too much at all, and I just love the way that it sits on your waist. I think I look so tall in this dress, which makes me really, really happy. It's such a stunning, bit more of an occasion wear kind of a dress, but I think it's just so, so beautiful. Next up is another dress that you would have already seen, and I feel like it's making the camera go a little bit funny, but it's this absolutely stunning Dalmatian print number, and I styled this up in my Petite Girl's Guide to Midi Dresses. So if you want any advice, any tips, any tricks on how to kind of style up a lot of these dresses from this video, make sure to go and check out that reel, because it gives you some really great advice on how to style midi dresses when you're a shorter girl like me. But I just fell in love with this. I actually had a dress like this from Misguided a couple of years ago that I loved and wore so much. I feel like this is almost the reverse of that. This is like black with white Dalmatian print. I feel like that was white with black Dalmatian print. But there are just so many design details in this dress that I absolutely love. I love the flute sleeves. I find that very flattering. I love the length of it. It's such a lovely midi length, and it's got a few little slits running up it, which I just think is so flattering as a shorter girl. I can imagine this is the kind of dress that I reach for so much because it's really comfortable, really easy to wear. There's loads of different occasions that you could style this up for. This is the kind of dress that I live in spring. This dress is just so gorgeous. I love the way it fits. It's like so nice and just floaty, really pretty. It really hugs your silhouette nicely. I love the Dalmatian print that it's got going on, and the length is actually so perfect for my height. It's like a really nice midi length. We've got these two little side slits, which I always find very flattering when you're a petite girl. Side slits really help just to kind of show a little bit more skin. You've got not so much, like, you're not being swamped by the dress basically, which I really like. I've just started up with my little Chloe slides because I think they go really nicely with this dress, but I just love how it looks. They actually had this in the same but reversed as well, so I'll link both down below for you guys if you did want to shop them. This is such a gorgeous dress that I know I'm just going to live in this spring. Now I feel like sometimes you've just got to take a risk, and this dress is one of those dresses. This is either going to style up so nicely or it's not going to work at all, and we're just going to have to see in at the cutaway. But it's this really gorgeous white frilly broderie dress, and I feel like this is the kind of dress that looks a lot more expensive than it is. Like, you wouldn't have guessed that this was from Misguided, and I really like it for that. But I just thought this was a really nice one for when you're like a little bit warmer. It's very lightweight, but you want something covering. You guys know what I'm like. I really love long sleeves in summer. I really love something lightweight but covers my entire body. I think that's so lovely. It's more of a mini style, which I quite like. So it's like a smock dress, but obviously I am going to be adding a belt. I'm going to be cinching it in, pulling it up a little bit, so it hopefully fits really nicely in length. So I'm really interested to see how this dress is going to look on, because I think this could be a real winner. Okay, jury's in. It's a winner. It's definitely a winner. I just love how it looks with the belt. I'm not gonna lie, it actually was a bit nothing without the belt. I feel like it didn't look all that nice. It didn't look all that expensive. The second you add the belt, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that Misguided have these tags on now that you can't take off if you want to return them. You can tell the other two dresses didn't have them on because I knew for a fact I was keeping them. I'd already worn them. But yeah, I really hate those tags. They drive me nuts. But how cute is this as an outfit? I feel like this is just Summer Ellie. Like, Summer Ellie is in the building, and the bag just looks so pretty with it. I love how it's styled up with the Chloe slides as well. This is actually the belt that I picked up in my latest Zara haul, which if you haven't seen that, I would definitely recommend checking out because there's some really cute outfits in that haul. But I just love this. I feel like this is just me to a T in summer. I feel so myself, so comfortable, so pulled together. Oh, just makes me so happy. Now next is a dress that's actually super similar to the one that I picked up from Zara, and I've worn it quite a lot over on my Instagram, but it is basically a midi version, and I really liked it. I thought I would try it on. It feels a lot thicker than the Zara one. There's a lot more kind of layers going on here, so I think it's going to make it very not see-through, and I really like that. It feels quite expensive actually, the material of it, because it feels quite heavy, makes it feel a lot more expensive than it actually is. But I think this could be a really nice evening dress for spring, the kind of thing you wear just like some little strappy heels and a cute little bag, going on a date night or drinks with the girls. I think this is such a lovely one. You guys know how much I love my white dresses, and these kind of satin numbers are very in right now. So if you like that Zara one that I featured but you couldn't get your hands on that, this could be a great alternative for you. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think this one's going back. This is not really a vibe. Please excuse the blimmin' tag on it, but it doesn't feel nice on. Like, it hasn't got as nice a slit as the other one. It feels really heavy on. Like, I feel a little bit like I'm drowning in material, and it's not even like it's big on me. And the thing I hate the most is it's got like a little underskirt. The underskirt finishes here,
So you can kind of see it, like especially if I was just to stand like this. I just don't think this is a cute look. So yeah, this one's definitely going back. Now this dress is another evening one, and I just thought this was so interesting. I feel like it's not going to look like much on the hanger. Basically, it's got this big cutout detail on the side, so it kind of ruches the fabric, it cinches in your waist, and I find that very, very flattering. So I think this could be a really gorgeous evening dress, the kind of thing where you just want to be really comfortable but still look killer. Still look amazing. I really love these cutout details on the side. I feel like Zara started them a couple of years ago and a lot of brands have been doing them since, and I really do like that. It's a very long maxi length, but we'll have to see what it's like once you've kind of been able to like cinch it in, ruche it up a little bit. I think it could fit really, really nicely. But such a simple dress, but I think it looks so much more expensive than it is, and I think this could be such a lovely evening dress. Okay, I think I'm gonna need your help with this one from you guys. I kind of love it. There's a couple of things I'm a little bit unsure about. Number one, I do love this little hole at the side, but you have to pull it in so tight. I felt like I was ripping the dress because it does go really big because it's like a stretchy fabric, but I do love it, and I love how tiny it makes my waist because obviously it has that cutout detail. So even though that is actually my body, it makes it look like it comes in so much tinier. The main concern I have is actually this side slit that I did not realise that it had, and it goes all the way up to your bum, which is a little bit cheeky. I guess I could just kind of maybe pinch it there, could just add like a little safety pin, because I do love a side slip. I kind of wish it didn't have one. I think it would have been a little bit more elegant if it didn't. I'm just wearing my Chloe slides, but I would definitely wear some little heeled sandals just to make sure that it fits nicely in length. But I love basically the top half, love. Bottom half, a little bit unsure, but I love the ruching. I think the ruching is so flattering, the way that it really just pulls you in and just makes you look so, so tiny here. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Should I keep this one or should I send this one back? Oh, looking at it in the mirror is kind of making me fall even more in love with it. I'm kind of thinking I should probably keep it, but I still want to hear your thoughts. Another all black number, but this one I definitely envisioned as more of like a daytime dress, and I think it's pretty obvious why I picked it up. I am such a sucker for a sweetheart neckline, and look how cute that is. I feel like this is the kind of dress that I live in spring. It's such an easy throw on day dress. Pair it with a cute little bag and a pair of slides or sandals or even trainers. I just love these kinds of dresses. I like the design details on it as well. It's got like a slight puff sleeve, but not too much. I know some of you guys don't love it, a really OTT puffed sleeve, but I love the little flippy skirt. It's like a really cute little skater skirt. I thought this could be a really cute throw-on dress. I just think this is such a gorgeous one for spring, the kind of thing you chuck on, you've barely put any thought into, but looks really chic and really pulled together. This is literally the kind of thing I live in spring. The most gorgeous little flippy dress. This is so cute. I love the shape of this. It just sits really, really nicely. The kind of puff sleeves come very far out. Like the sweetheart neckline is really wide, but I think it's quite flattering. I think it really accentuates that like kind of like hip to waist ratio, and your shoulders, I just really, really love it. It's a little bit long on me, but it's not from the petite section, so I was kind of expecting that, so I'm not too disappointed. But I just think this is a super easy throw it on, style it up, and look really super chic kind of a dress. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really liked this on the model, but seeing it in person, this definitely isn't my favorite. The quality of this just doesn't feel right. You know when you wash something and it goes a bit stiff? Kind of feels like that. Like it feels like it's been washed and like not washed very well. So we'll see what this one looks like on, but I don't have overly high hopes. It's got ribbing to it, which I really like. I find very, very flattering, and it's just like a super comfy, stretchy dress that you can just throw on. So we'll have to see what this one looks like on. I'm not too sure. Now I thought this would be a complete and definite no. And actually I've put it on and it looks better on than I was expecting, but I don't think I love it. It's a little bit see-through. I'm not going to come any closer because I feel like you'll be able to see my underwear if I do. And that's the main problem with it. But on, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. I think if it was maybe in a different colour and not white, if it was in like a black or like a darker brown or something like that, would be really, really cute. But I just think the white, it's just not the most flattering. So yeah, this one's going to be going back. And then lastly, another gorgeous evening dress. I saw this and just fell in love. I feel like this is the kind of thing that looks so understated, so classic, but so chic. This with a pair of strappy sandals and a little bag I think will look absolutely gorgeous. It's literally just a plain bodycon black dress, no side slit, no ribbing, no detailing to it whatsoever, but I think it just makes that so much more chic and pulled together. I love it so much. This I think makes the perfect evening dress. It's the perfect night dress, date night dress. I love it so much, and it's super comfortable because it's just a stretchy cotton material. So I love these kinds of dresses. This is the kind of thing I love to keep in my wardrobe and bring out whenever I'm looking for something really nice to wear in the evening. Now this we are ending on a high with. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I feel like I kind of wish that this was the silhouette that the other one came in, because I really love how flattering it is. Just no design detail, no features to it, just so super simple, and I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I can imagine this styled up so many different ways. I love the square neckline. I think that looks so lovely. Really helps you just accentuate any jewellery that you're wearing, and I love the shape of it. I think I feel really super confident in this, so I would definitely recommend picking this up. Ending on a high. I'm not even going to pretend that I don't know that it is completely ridiculous that I am adding in even more dresses into my wardrobe when I already have an entire wardrobe full of dresses. But I feel like I've got to a point with my styling that I just want to wear what I want to wear. I think for quite a long time I was kind of wearing what I felt like I should be wearing what I like, what's kind of like normal to wear, or like what everyone else is wearing, or really focusing on more on like the trends. And I feel like now I've just gotten to a point where I'm like, I know what I am comfortable in, I know what makes me happy, I know what I want to be wearing, and if that means getting a second wardrobe for my dresses, that means getting a second wardrobe for all of my dresses. Dresses in spring summer just make me so happy. They really are all I want to wear. I do find myself just reaching for them time and time again, no matter what the occasion, no matter what the event, no matter what I'm feeling. I always just want to be wearing a pretty summer dress. So I'm really loving adding them into my wardrobe and just kind of making sure that my style is exactly what I want my style to be like, and my wardrobe reflects me personally. So yeah, that is why I'm adding more dresses into my already very extensive dress collection. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've actually been filming this way into the evening, and that's the best part about springtime. It's currently 7:30 and the sun is still in the air. It's not dark yet, which makes me really happy, and I cannot wait for this Easter weekend. I feel like we're just gonna have such a gorgeous long weekend of sunshine, and I cannot wait. I feel like this really is like the turning point for spring. In the UK we often have kind of like a little fake spring, a little cheeky tester spring, then we go back to winter a bit, and then full on spring mode hits. And I think this Easter weekend is gonna be the turning point. This is gonna be the spring we have all been waiting for, and I just cannot wait. So if you got to the end of this video, leave me the sun emoji down below, because we're all manifesting the sun for the Easter weekend and for the rest of April. I feel like now that we're getting towards the mid to end of April, all we want now is spring sunshine. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, enjoyed all the newness that's come in, enjoyed my little hair transformation and all of the good vibes. I feel like I really am finally coming back to life after a week of illness, which is so unlike me. But so if you have enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out just to know what kind of videos that you guys want to see, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, you know what to do. I hope you guys have the loveliest evening, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.